The first 10 minutes of this movie were no joke better than the entire last film. Heads exploded, dreams came true. The Expendables 2, starring everyone. If you saw the first movie and you enjoyed the first movie, then there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that you are going to like this movie. If you didn't like the first movie, there's a very strong possibility that you will like this one quite a bit more, because with actors like this and a movie like this movie needs to be a cheese fest of awesomeness, and the first one took itself way too seriously. This film took all the problems the first one had, made it better, and made it more fun, too. The Expendables 2 is directed by Simon West. He made this little slice of heaven. Oh yeah. Stallone directed the first movie, but here Simon West is clearly a better director of action. He gets a lot of wide angles, you can see the actors doing their stunts, you can tell what's going on. It's filmed in that classic style, you know, that 80s action style. It's not just in your face shaky cam like this new style of today. None of that in this movie. Lots of steady cam operating action. I was so glad to see that. Now you may be thinking, hey Chris, aren't you going to tell us about the plot or anything? No. I'm not. There's a bad guy. His name is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's awesome. There's a team of good guys. They're called the Expendables, and they're awesome. And they're gonna fight because there's some kind of plutonium or something, and there's people, and they want to save them. It doesn't matter. This is an action movie at its very core, and nothing more, and this film knows that. It is self-aware. Thank goodness this film is so self-aware of itself and self-deprecating of itself. These are actors who aren't really playing characters. They're kind of playing versions of the Hollywood persona that the public has of them. When you make a movie like this, okay, and you got all these people in there, all these awesome people, you can't make a film that is like serious. You can't do it. And if you try, it's not gonna be good. This film knows that, and it does it so well, and it's everything I wanted it to be. Yes, the plot is stupid. Yes, the dialogue is at times awful, and some of the acting is horrendously bad. I don't care. I knew that going in. Did I really expect Dolph Lundgren to pull an Academy Award-winning performance out of this movie? No, I didn't. And yeah. He's not good, but he is awesome. You know, these guys are awesome. There's a nostalgia level here with this movie that comes with this material. And you feel it in this movie. You can feel these characters coming together. It's just fun to see all these little things fit into place where you're like, yes, this reminds me of my childhood. Oh yeah, that reminds me of my, oh yes, Jean-Claude Damme just kicked a guy in the face. My day is complete. My balls have just dropped even more. Thank you for that. And you know what else I really liked about this movie was the fact that the villain in this movie was actually good. Jean-Claude Van Damme is the villain. He was really good in the movie. Yeah, some of his lines I couldn't understand what he was saying. Same thing with Dolph Lundgren. Same thing with Stallone and some other people as well. Because in the first Expendables, that villain was so weak. It was just like some guy in a suit, some old like 55-year-old guy. Of course, that's pretty much the median age of everyone in this movie, but whatever. The villain from the first one is weak. That's what I'm saying. And in the second film, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he brings the money. Good villain. You did a good job, my friend. It is so much fun to see Schwarzenegger back in this movie, just toting a gun and doing all these quippy one-liners back and forth. It's just, he's great. Going into this movie, I was thinking, Liam Hemsworth, why are you in this movie? You don't really fit in with all these classic action stars. Most of them anyway. Some of them are newer from today's, but I was just thinking, Liam Hemsworth, I don't know. And he was a really strong point of this movie, and his character was important to the film, and I thought he did a really good job in the movie. I was impressed with him as well. It's really nice to see Statham doing his thing in this movie too, because I'm a huge Jason Statham fan, and he has a really good chemistry with Stallone. Like, they work really well together. You can tell they're buddies in real life. I just like how all these actors have this camaraderie with one another. You know, it's really cool to see them work together. Some actors come in and come out, and you can tell that they were just kind of there because they are contractually obligated to at least appear in a few scenes. Something I really loved about this movie was the addition of Chuck Norris's character and the way they treated him. They understand that although Chuck Norris didn't really make any like excellent films, they understand the persona that has now been developed around him, that he is like this ghostly assassin that can do anything, and they really exploited that for the better. And he had some of the funniest moments in the whole movie. He had one moment in which the audience was just dying and actually laughed continuously on to the next scene, and I didn't know what anyone was saying for like half the next scene because everyone was still dying at this joke. It was great. As I've said 1,000 times, this movie has a ton of problems. The acting is atrocious at times. The dialogue is terrible. It's a giant cliched mess. Everyone in the movie has a gun, everyone knows how to shoot the gun, everyone knows how to use their fists, their feet, their knives, everything, and it's just a lot of fun to watch because it's made well, it's directed well, it has a lot of charisma. You can tell these actors are excited for this material just to be there and to be part of this camaraderie with one another. It's a big, dumb movie, but were you really expecting anything else. All I wanted from this movie was for it to be self-aware of itself, and it was, and it worked. I'm going to give The Expendables 2 a B+ as an action film. It is just a lot of fun. Just go and have fun with the movie. It's a really good time. I enjoyed the film. I'm looking forward to the third one. Let me know what you thought of Expendables 2 below, or even the first film, what you guys think. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmann.